What's up, Lumiose trainers? Lumiose trainer Zach here. Lots of new Pokemon have been revealed for Sun and Moon. 51 as of the making of this video. And that's not even counting the Ultra Beast or Alolan forms. They're all pretty cool and interesting, but no Pokemon has gotten my attention more than Minior. Be honest, how many of you believe that Minior was a pre-evolution to Solrock and Lunatone? I sure did. How could I not? It's a vague looking space rock that looks like it could become a sun or a moon if it wanted to. Turns out it looks like that because of its outer shell. So what is Minior then? Well, thanks to fellow Lumiose trainer Infinite Dratini, I think I found the answer. Minior is Cleffa. This might sound crazy at first, but maybe not if we take a closer look. Now, what do we know about Minior so far? Well, we know that Minior is formed in the stratosphere. It flies around and absorbs matter that it uses to make its outer shell. Once the shell becomes too heavy, Minior comes crashing down to Earth, like a meteor. In battle, Minior's shell makes it really defensive, but once it comes off, it's more vulnerable. It does fly around quicker though, since the extra weight is gone. In one of the Japanese trailers for Sun and Moon, we see two boys trade each other Miniors nicknamed Shooting Star in their native languages. This is because shooting stars are meteors, which is what Minior is based on. Now, how can we connect this to Cleffa? Well, Cleffa has multiple dex entries that mention meteors and shooting stars. Let's take a look. In Pokemon X, it says, because of its unusual star-like silhouette, people believe that it came here on a meteor. Black2 and White2 say, according to local rumors, Cleffa are often seen in places where shooting stars have fallen. And in Platinum it says, it is often seen when shooting stars fill the night skies. It is said to arrive riding on a shooting star. What these dex entries tell us is that Cleffa has some connection to shooting stars because they are found where shooting stars take place. Also, that it might have come to Earth via these shooting stars. Well, it's possible that Cleffa were the shooting stars, or meteors, themselves. Tell me, doesn't Cleffa kind of look like Minior's core? Look at them, they're both pink and star-shaped. Now, if you think that's the only similarity between the two of them, you are surely mistaken. Cleffa and Minior are both 1 foot tall. Interesting, right? Minior is heavier than Cleffa though, but that might be because of its rocky shell. It's possible that Minior's weight is closer to Cleffa's once it removes that shell. Another crazy thing to know is their similar abilities. Minior's ability is Shields Down. With this ability, Minior is made really defensive and is protected by status conditions. This is thanks to its shell. When Minior's HP is lowered, it loses its shell, making it more offensive instead. One of Cleffa's abilities is Magic Guard. Magic Guard only allows Cleffa to take damage from attacks. This means it's immune to damage caused by status conditions. Sound familiar? This can't be a coincidence. What if instead of Cleffa arriving to Earth via meteor, it's actually Minior that crash lands here? Its outer shell is made of space debris, but if it's not in space anymore, I don't see how Minior can remake it. Maybe it can reuse the old one, which could explain how Minior regains it after getting healed, but maybe it loses the ability to put it together after a long time. Think about it, how many times can Minior rebuild that shield and use it again during battle? There has to be a point where the shell just can't hold itself together anymore. Maybe not right away, but maybe after several hundred years. And what about the Minior that hatched from eggs? They can't all be born with a shell from space if it wasn't born in space. What if after many centuries, Minior loses its ability to create shields, leaving them permanently in their core form? Without their shields, they lose the ability to be immune from status conditions. So they adapt and gain the Magic Guard ability, which has similar effects. They might have gained the ability by absorbing moonlight, giving them sort of magical powers. Hence the name Magic Guard. This also might explain how they changed from a rock and flying type to a fairy type. This might not be so far-fetched because two fairy type moves, Moonlight and Moonblast, happen when Pokemon absorbs light from the moon. Clefairy's dex entry in Pokemon Y supports this even further by stating, the moonlight that it stores in its wings on its back apparently give it the ability to float in midair. This confirms that Moonlight definitely has some unexplained power, which Minior could have gained if it spent many years absorbing it on mountaintops. So that's the theory. Cleffas are actually descendants of Miniors that have crash landed on Earth long ago. Once they lost their ability to create shields, they absorbed Moonlight to gain the Magic Guard ability and the Fairy type. The Miniors you will find in Sun and Moon are just Miniors that have made their way to Earth recently, which is why they still have their shields. I hope you like this theory, cause I sure do. It was super fun to make. I want to give a special shout out to Infinite Dratini for helping me come up with this awesome theory. Go follow him on Twitter, he definitely deserves it. Please show your love by leaving a like, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that little bell right next to the button to get notified when I make new uploads. I have lots of videos on the way and I wouldn't want you guys to miss out. Alright, it's time for me to make my exit. So last but not least, make sure you live your life to the fullest, and I'll see you all next time.